Hello students, today I will teach you class 6th English supplementary reader chapter number 6, The Monkey and the Crocodile. So first of all we must look at the word meaning. Content means satisfaction, sarcasm means give, furious means angry, pester means annoy, dilemma means doubt or confusion, sin means misdeed, betray means deceive, intention means purpose, motive also, but you will write only purpose. Persuaded means guaranteed, and thunderstruck means shocked. So you will see here shocked. Thunderstruck means shocked. So I will start from the first paragraph. Once on a bank of a river, a monkey made a home for himself in a tree laden with fruit. So once upon a time, a monkey lived in a tree which was laden with fruits on the bank of a river. He lived happily there, and he ate whatever his heart wanted there. Means he was fully satisfied with that fruit, and whatever he had choice, he easily got there. The monkey was happy but lonely and wanted a companion to talk to and share the fruit with. So monkey was alone there, and he was happy, but his loneliness was his problem, and he wanted a companion, means he wanted a friend to talk to, and also he wanted to share his problem, and also he wanted to share the fruits with him. So he he was very eager to uh, get a friend, but there was no one around, not even another monkey. So the problem was that there was no one, and even a monkey was not there. So till one day, a crocodile appeared on the riverside. So in this sequence, a crocodile appeared one day on the riverside. Hello there, said the monkey. Do you live in this river? Would you like to eat some fruits? So when monkey saw the crocodile, he became happy and asked him, hello, and do you live in this river? And would you like to eat some fruit? So at this, crocodile replied politely, good morning. I did come here in search of food for myself and my wife. So crocodile politely said to the monkey that he came there for food for him and also for his wife. So he was in search of food, and so that he came there. And he also said that nice of you to offer me fruit. So he was happy when monkey offered him fruit. The monkey plucked some from the nearest branch and threw them down. So immediately monkey plucked some fruits and threw it down for the crocodile. The crocodile found them delicious. So when crocodile ate those fruits, so he found them delicious. He said, thanks, may I have some on my next visit? So when he found delicious fruit, so he asked to the monkey that he wanted some more in his next visit, means when he will come again. So he asked to the monkey that he will give him certainly as many as you like, and some for your wife too, said the monkey. So monkey said that surely I will give you as much as you like, and also he will give for his wife he will, means monkey will give fruits for crocodile's wife. Monkey also said that, do come again, I am rather lonely here. So monkey also said to crocodile that he will come regularly, and he was feeling lonely there, means he was feeling alone there. The crocodile visited the monkey regularly, and till that day, sorry, since that day, crocodile started going there, means regularly crocodile visited the monkey and ate the fruits which his host threw down. So whatever fruits were thrown by the monkey, crocodile ate there, and he took some home for his wife, and also he took some fruits for his wife. And when he was going to home, the monkey and the crocodile were now the best of friends. So now monkey and the crocodile became very good friends. They talked and were never tired of talking. So they continuously talked there, and their conversation was not conversation was not ended when they were meeting. So they ate about birds and animals, about the village nearby, and the difficulties villagers faced in the raising good crops for lack of rain. So in their conversation, many topics were there. Sometimes they were talking about birds and animals, sometimes they were talking about villagers, and sometimes they were talking about villages. So sometimes they were also discussing about the difficulties which was faced by the villagers when they were growing crops, and when they were facing problem when there was lack of rain. One day the crocodile stayed with monkey longer than usual. So it is second paragraph. One day the crocodile stayed with the monkey longer than usual. So one day crocodile stayed for a long time. Means that time duration was maximum than before, and so that he was late for home, and his wife was annoyed, waiting and waiting, managing the little crocodiles that had just been hatched. So that day crocodile was late for home, and his wife was very angry with him because she was waiting crocodile, and she was facing problem in managing the little crocodiles that had just been hatched. She said, who is this friend of yours you are so fond of? So when crocodile returned back to home, his wife was very angry and asked to him, who is this friend? Who is this friend of you? And who is very uh, good, and you are so fond of him. So at this, crocodile replied, oh, he is very nice monkey. He lives on a fruit tree. He sends fruits for you every day. You don't expect me to climb trees, do you? So crocodile replied that he is a nice monkey, and he lives on a fruit tree, and every day he sends fruits for you, means his wife. And you and he also said that you are expecting me that I'm climbing on the tree, or I can climb on the tree. So he was he was totally uh, astonished when he was saying this. And you can say that He said that he was unable to climb, and the reality was that the monkey was there and he was giving fruits. He was not able to take the fruits by himself. Now crocodile's wife replied, "A nice monkey, I'm sure," with obvious sarcasm. "If you ask me, this monkey should be my food. I want to eat his heart so much." So, crocodile's wife liked that monkey, and she said to crocodile that she wanted monkey's heart, means she wanted to eat monkey. "What a foolish thing to say," shouted the crocodile. So when crocodile heard these words, he shouted, crocodile shouted, "What a foolish thing to say." So he was saying that it is a foolish thing to kill that monkey. "I can't kill a friend, though I won't mind a monkey occasionally for a change of taste." So crocodile said to him, said to his wife that he can't kill a friend, and he will not kill a monkey for only change for only for change of taste. "You bring him here," ordered the wife. So crocodile's wife was very angry with him. So she said that you will bring him here, and I will eat his heart. I want to see him. So crocodile's wife said angrily that she wanted monkey, and she was not in the condition of hearing. Her husband declared, "So you can eat him?" "Never." So he was saying that you will eat that monkey? "Never." So when he said negatively, his wife became furious, means she became more angry, and she dived in to hide herself at the bottom of the river, leaving the little young ones to pester their father. So when she became very angry, she dived in and she went deeply there, and she hid himself, and she left the little young crocodiles for their crocodile, for their father's care. And when the mother crocodile went from there, the father crocodile faced problem in managing the little young ones, and the crocodile was in a serious dilemma. Dilemma means a confusion or in a doubt. So now crocodile was in a serious dilemma that what he will do. He loved his wife and was very fond of his friend too. So both the conditions were there. He he loved his wife very much, and also he wanted that monkey because he was his fast friend. He was his best friend. Finally, he decided to be on the side of his wife. So when he thought and thought, he decided to take the side of his wife because she was his life partner after all. And crocodile decided to take the side of his wife because she was his life partner. "I know it's a sin to betray a friend, but I have no choice." So he talked himself and said that I know it is a sin. Sin means misdeed, and betray means deceive. So he was knowing that it is a sin to deceive a friend, but what he will do? He had no choice. He also said that I will invite the monkey home and hope for the best. So he said that he will invite the monkey home, and he will see what will happen there. My wife wants you over for a meal, dear friend, said the crocodile when he visited the monkey next. So, when he again met to monkey, so he said to his friend that his wife wants to meet, and his wife invited him for a meal. You must come home with me today. Crocodile said to the monkey that you must come with me today because my wife invited you. Said the monkey, with pleasure. I am no swimmer but can ride on your back. And they set out. So, monkey was innocent, and at that moment he could not understand that what will be happen in future, and he could not understand the trick also behind that conversation or behind that invitation. So immediately, he monkey agreed there, and he said to crocodile that he was not a swimmer, so he will go on the back of him. In the middle of the river, where the current was strongest, the crocodile could no longer hide his intention. So, when both reached in the middle of the river, so now crocodile understood that in the middle of the stream, monkey can't run away. So he could not hide his intention, means his motive, his purpose. And he said to his friend, sorry, my friend, he said hesitatingly, but I have to go underwater now. I have brought you here to kill you. My wife cannot survive without eating your heart. Goodbye. So, in the middle of the river, crocodile could not stop his intention, his feeling, and he said to monkey that sorry, my friend, I brought you to kill you, and I will give your heart to my wife. And also he said to goodbye to monkey. The monkey was scared and distressed. Now hearing this voice, monkey was shocked, and he scared there, he feared there. But he was sensible and clever like all monkeys. But he was clever, and he became calm there, he became quiet there, and like all monkeys, he was also very clever. He kept his cool head. So, this is the good thing. Whenever we are in tension, we must keep quiet our mind and keep calm our body. Then our mind will think the solution. So, monkey did this. Calmly he said, I had do anything for you and your family. So he said that he had do he he would do anything for you and your family. You are my only friend. After all, what's a monkey's heart compared with the life of a crocodile's wife? So he said that if he will do anything because he was his fast friend. And in the comparison of crocodile's wife, monkey's heart had no place. But how foolish could you be? But he said to the crocodile that you are foolish, and how you are foolish? How foolish could you be? Why didn't you tell me before? I had have brought my heart along. So he made a trick, and he said to crocodile that you are a foolish person and you have not told me earlier. And he had not brought his heart because it is kept on the tree. So but where is your heart? Asked the crocodile innocently. So crocodile was foolish and he said innocently that where is your heart? I thought you carried it all time. So crocodile said that he thought that he carried it all time. And he said to monkey that he was thinking that he carried it all time, but he was foolish. Anybody's heart is with him anytime, and it can't be separated. Of course not, it's there on the tree. Let's swim back at once and get it. Your wife must be waiting. So monkey replied, gaining confidence, and he said to crocodile that he he had not his heart with him, and it is kept on the tree. So he said to the crocodile to return back to the bank of the river. And immediately crocodile hissed himself that, oh dear, what a mistake. So they laughed loudly, and as the crocodile took a full turn to reach the tree, so immediately crocodile turned from there, and he returned back to the river bank. On the river bank, the monkey jumped onto the tree and heaved a deep sigh of relief. And he plucked a fruit of or two from the nearest branch, and throwing them down and said, let your wife have some fruit rather than my heart. So when monkey reached on the bank of the river, he jumped onto the tree, and immediately he took a deep sigh of relief, and he plucked some fruit and threw it on the crocodile and said that let your wife have some fruit rather than my heart. Means take some fruit and I will not give my heart. Means in the place of heart, take these fruits. Fresh fruits are good for mind and body. And also he said that fresh fruits are good for mind and body. Goodbye, friend. If you don't mind, we won't meet again. He said that monkey said to crocodile that please don't mind. Goodbye, my friend. We will not meet again. The crocodile, sadder and wiser, shed a few tears which were genuine. So now crocodile started weeping there, and his tears were coming down on his cheek. And he was in hurry to tell his wife a thing or two. Means now this story is over. So now he was thinking that when he will return back, then what he will tell? His foolishness. So in this story, the moral of the story is that we must not leave our hope, and in serious situation, in odd situation, we must keep our mind cool, and we must think the problem's solution. So monkey kept quiet there, and then he got the solution. And also another moral is that we must not make friendship to the wicked person. So now this chapter is over, and I will give you question answer. Thank you.